Hello and welcome everyone to the show that's all about you, your voice. And I'm your host, Juhi Desai. In today's episode, we'll bring you through the highlights of the Indian National Overseas Congress New York chapter's inauguration party, a special fundraising concert by Ekal Vidyalay, and a yoga rave by the Art of Living Foundation. The newest addition to the Indian National Overseas Congress was recently made as they inaugurated their New York chapter. Let's join them and see how they celebrated this milestone event. As we see members and supporters gathered together, we'll hear from the INOC board members and hear what they had to say.
What are your functions going to be in the INOC?
Well, I'm the Executive Vice President, and I work directly with Arun Govil. And we're so happy to have this function here. As you see, there's so many people out here with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of support here. Arun Govil and Eric, they have really put together a marvelous show here. And I really think this is going to be a very good soft launch, and then eventually looking for a big launch party.
It's great. It's inauguration of INOC, Indian National Overseas Congress, and we're really proud of it and hope to take this big.
How strong do you think is the candidacy? Because this has been proposed for a very long time that UN ki seat ki jaye, and this should happen. How strong do you think it is?
This time I'm really very sure. I'm very positive this time they're going to get it.
Evening continued with a ceremonial lighting as well as words of welcome from INOC President Dr. Surinder Malhotra and speeches from various dignitaries.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you on behalf of Indian National Overseas Congress USA on this auspicious occasion of inauguration of new chapter of New York City.
To get such an honor and such a responsibility, it itself is an amounting task. And again, thank Dr. Malhotra and my national team for putting that faith in me. India is, at the moment, is on the non-permanent United Nations Security Council. India is one of the 10 countries. And nobody knows about the United Nations, and nobody, I think, is working harder at United Nations for India than Mr. Ambassador Puri, Manjeev Singh Puri, and Ambassador Hardeep Singh Puri. So our primary mission is now that India has been bidding to get a permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. Why do I need your support? Okay, and this is not only for the NRIs, this is for every citizen of the world who don't know India yet.
Let me just talk briefly about the Congress Party. This is the Congress chapter. As we all know, Congress is the ruling party. It's the preeminent party, political party. It is a party which defines itself with the welfare of the deprived, the underprivileged people. And also it defines itself by secularism. And these are some of the values that even I believe in and I admire. And so we decided that we want to pursue and have a platform of INOC which will allow us to move their values and bring them over here in US and New York especially. New York being the big city in the United States. When people think about the United States, first thing that comes is New York. So this would allow us, this platform, to further the values, and we plan to move forward along the lines and the directives that we receive from our High Command in Delhi, and we will pursue their agenda and how they want us to move. One of the things I want to mention at an event like that will not be possible. It's not just Eric and myself. We have assembled a great team of about 25 people, and they are who's who of New York, and they are all with us here today, and you'll meet all of them a little later. But I want a round of applause for the entire team. They have worked very tirelessly, to make this function happen.
Relationship between India and the United States will determine the future of our world. It's that simple. And I'm not saying that because I happen to be in an audience that cares about India. I'm saying it because it's a simple fact. There are two great democracies in the world. There are two democracies that will help determine whether this world has a democratic future or something worse. The only missing link is bonding these two democracies closer together. And we have work to do. And for all of us in leadership in the United States, we have to educate our fellow Americans on how crucial the relationship with India is, and we have to work every day to deepen the relationship. I also want to say, when Eric Kumar talked to me about the need for India to have a permanent seat on the Security Council, I can think of nothing more necessary or obvious on earth than India having that seat. It is essential to the future of the world and the future of democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, you have chosen fantastic leaders. The New York chapter is going to make a very big impact in this city and in this country and in the relationship with India. And it's my honor to join in this celebration this evening. Thank you.
Many congratulations to Mr. Govil. I think you have taken on perhaps what I would say is the biggest challenge, but certainly the greatest opportunity. And I wish you all the very best. I am extremely grateful to you, to Dr. Malhotra, and all of you here who invited me and mentioned in the letter of asking me to come and join you here today by saying that we'd like you to come here and join our chief guests because New York is the capital of the world. This is where the United Nations is located, and that's where you serve India. I'm very grateful to you. We have had the honor of serving on the council since last year. Many of you are well aware of momentous things which have happened in the world, of which we've been a part. We firmly believe that, the place of India on the global stage is obviously determined by a permanent membership of the Security Council. But in reaching that goal, which is an aspiration for us and certainly an absolute foreign policy objective of our government, all of you play stellar and absolutely critical roles. Mr. de Blasio spoke of you as the bond. In my country, many prime ministers have referred to you as our real ambassadors to the world. Your people who put together the ideas of India, the thoughts, the spirituality, the wonderful enterprise, the energies with their host countries, and in this case, the world's largest and most powerful democracy. Your role will be a role which will be critical for us. We will naturally, from the country and from the government and the representation, do what we have to do. But obviously, we count on what you do, and we deeply appreciate what you do. Back to the foundation of the Yale University. Elihu Yale was governor of Bengal before coming here to the United States. Our links are deep, they're wonderful. There's every reason for them to go further with even greater depth and even greater realization of the shared bonds of democracy, well-being, and goodness for all human beings on this earth. Thank you very much.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Eric Kumar and the Executive Committee for inviting me and my members of staff to this special function of the New York chapter for All India Congress. I have noted with interest that the mission of your chapter is, and I quote, to strengthen the connection between India-American community and the general public by organizing events where members and guests of the Indian-American community can share and talk with visiting Indian U.S. politicians to promote their shared democratic ideas and thus strengthen the ties and a sense of belongingness between the Indian-American community with the general American public and politicians.
We'll now see the official appointment letters handed to the new board members of the INOC. We'll now also have a chance to hear from the members of Parliament from India and the chairman of the Lok Sabha House Committee, all the way from our very own Bharat.
I, Shadilal Batra, Member of Parliament, congratulate Mr. Eric for becoming the President of Indian National Overseas Congress in New York City, which is known as the capital of the world. I also offer my good wishes to the team of Mr. Eric and wish them all success. I wish Mr. Bill de Blasio, who is coming to this event, and for his success in the election, we from India wish him all the best and hope that he will discharge all his function to the satisfaction of the public of New York.
I, Subhash Patla, District President, Punjabi Mahasabha Haryana, wish for success of Mr. Bill Vilasia.
Bill, I'm sorry I'm not there. We are going to miss seeing you, but we are all rooting for your election. We are so happy that Eric is now president and you are there to give him blessings, and we are all rooting for your election and your success. Good luck, Eric, and your team.
The Indian National Overseas Congress is holding a conference in New York City, and Mr. Eric Kumar, who is the president of that chapter, will be having a function, and I wish him well. I wish him well for his team and hope he will work very hard to strengthen the relations between India and United States. I am glad to know that this Indian National Overseas Congress will also be helping in having India a permanent seat in United Nations, and we also have a demand, a long-standing demand. It's a political demand, and India being one of the greatest countries of the world, one of the strongest countries of the world with great economic power, should have a permanent seat in the United Nations.
It's now time for our first break, but keep it locked to Your Voice. We've got lots more to come. Stay tuned.